Yes, my name is Alan Childs II. Wambiwa Kankta Yamaki Apido, that is my Indian name, Wambiwa Kankta. It means the eagle, the highest. Like Wakantanka is the the creator. Wakantuya is the highest, so you're really high, the highest of. So like it's high eagle, and then, but there's more to that, so I won't go into that right now. I'm from the Dakota community of Prairie Island. We say Tinta Winta. We're a Mdewakanton band of Dakotas, and we reside here in Minnesota. And so we're very honored to be here as part of the gathering as one of the 4 Sioux communities in Minnesota, or Dakota communities in Minnesota. And our part here over the years has been we've been involved with the singing for the exhibition dancing and the hand moccasin games and things of that nature. And in the last few years it's been exciting in our community because we've had a revitalization with the youth, and I've been I don't want to brag for myself, but I've been involved in that from the beginning in teaching our young boys to sing and moccasin games and things like that. So in the last 2 years now they've been coming down here and accompanying us and singing with us and getting that exposure and learning those different things. And so we're really excited about that in Prairie Island. And again, we're really excited to be part of the Unity Festival here in the Dakota Homecoming. And so again, as you look behind me here, you see the backdrop and the hills and everything else, And this is a very important place in history for our people as Mdewakantons especially. We lived all along this river here, all the way up to present-day Prairie Island, which is only about 60 miles south or northeast from here, right along the river also. And so as we come here, we remember those things, and every community has a different story of what happened after the exile of Minnesota and things like that. And Prairie Island is somewhat unique because it was founded by people that were still here in Minnesota even after the exile. As you look behind me in these hills, a lot of people stayed here and were able to hide here, or were able to be accepted by the non-Indians living here, because not everyone was involved in the uprising, or even if they were, people understood the circumstances of the times, and so there was some understanding at that time. But it was a very small group of Indians that was allowed to live there in Prairie Island and reside in that area. But over time, eventually in the 1930s, Prairie Island was recognized by the federal government and given a tribal status, and formed its government. And at that time, there was a kind of a homecoming for a lot of the people that were in Santee, Crow Creek, and different areas, because some of their family had still been able to reside here and eke out a existence in Minnesota. And so there was family for them, and a lot of them returned. So our community began to grow from there in the 30s, from probably maybe 100 people, and to present day now we're up over 700 people. And so, so that's kind of how Prairie Island has come to be, and how we are kind of involved in this homecoming and the whole history of this reconciliation and things that are going on here in Winona. And we're very honored and proud to be a part of that. Our community has sponsored the diversity, Lyle and Ed, Diversity Foundation, with grant money over the last 3 years. And so we've been able to have a little more impact in things that they're doing and these great things. We've gifted, when Winona recently had very bad flood damage, there was a gift from our community. And all that happened, in the last few years, and I was lucky enough to be on the tribal council during that time in Prairie Island, and so I was able to be instrumental and be a part of all those things. And so that relationship has really grown and blossomed, and we continue to support this as they continue to support things that we do. The drives to the different Dakota communities, Crow Creek, Devil's Lake, things of that nature, Santee. We still know that there's a lot of reconciliation and things to be done, and so that work just continues on and on. One of the big things that we do in Prairie Island, I think, is like through diversity, is our grant funding, multiple years for them to help accomplish their mission, which their overall mission is to help our people, as we're all Dakotas whether you're Mdewakanton, Wakbechuan, Saskatchewan, all the different ones, the tribes, the 7 bands, again, that's diversity's mission. And so we feel like we're kind of, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I guess. So we're helping our local area here with diversity and the things they do, but in turn, diversity then is stepping out and helping the other tribes, in South Dakota, North Dakota, Canada, and all the areas. One of the successful things that we've been able to do is connect with our casino in diversity is our Toys for Tots, the drive that they do every year, and then being able to take numerous loads to different tribes as far as Devil's Lake and Sioux Valley, Santee, Standing Rock, all the different Siston. Lyle would know a little more about all the numbers, but I know, we were able to really accomplish some good things there. So, but I've really enjoyed working with Lyle and Ed. I know Ed, has kind of turned things over to Lyle a little more, but I really enjoyed working with them guys. They were very instrumental in getting me involved in the beginning, and I think they were very instrumental in working to get the community as a whole involved from Prairie Island. When I say whole, I guess I mean as the tribal council, to support their mission and continue to help them to do the work that they were doing. And so, I can't say enough about Lyle, though. He's just such a great guy. He's got irons in every pot, and he seems to be able to keep them all going between the church organizations and the Rochester organizations and the Winona organizations here, and Crow Creek and Devil's Lake and Siston and Santee and all the vets groups and the honor guards and Sioux Valley, and just so many things going on. And to continue to pull this off with the small amount of assistance that they do get for monetarily and different things, to continue to pull this feed off every year and do this and make it such a great thing for us as Dakotas. I can't speak for what the non-Indians get out of this event, but I continue to see the numbers here and the amount of people coming here and wanting to be a part of this. And so I got the good feeling I get from this, and the children I bring in, the feelings that we get when we leave here and things like that. I can't see how that's not being passed on to all the non-natives here, and it shows by the amount of people continuing to come. So, again, my hat's always off to Lyle for all the things and great things he does, and keeps me going too. There's times when I don't want to do things, and I'm not motivated sometimes, and so Lyle's got a way to keep you going. So.